Hold up, are wrist joints back? And did I just spot doll stands? Today we're unboxing 3 of the refreshed LOL Tween core dolls. And yes, they've brought back some fan favorite features we seriously missed. In the collection, there's Freshest, Fancy Gurl, and Cherry BB. This is the 3 that I bought, but there is a 4th doll in this lineup and I didn't pick her up. I'll spill the tea on that choice in just a bit. And trust me, you'll want to hear why. We'll do that during the doll chatter as I'm working hard to get the dolls out of their boxes. While we chat about all the juicy new details, I'll show side-by-side shots of the original releases so you can see just how far these girls have come, or how much they've lost, depending on your point of view. And then it's lights, camera, fashion. The dolls will strut their stuff in a fierce desk runway showdown, and I need you to help rank them. So please let me know at the end. And since I've been having so much fun with stop motion animation, I'll have that little runway show in stop motion at the end. I'll also be sharing it as a short, so depending on when you see this, you might have seen the stop motion first. So grab your glitter, a snack, and let's get into it. And get a look at each of the 3 dolls that I bought in their boxes. On one side, it has their name displayed, and on the other side, on the front, of course, there's a lovely illustration of them. And then on the other side, I believe, is their little sister. I'd love to know which one's your favorite. Cherry BB was mine right out the gate. I was only going to get one of these dolls. It would have been Cherry BB. I have, in my collection, I had all of the tween dolls here, but Fancy Gurl already. Okay, now we've moved down to the desktop position so we can wrestle them out of their box and prepare for some dolly chat. Do you have your tea and your cookies or treats? All right, let's get into it. Freshest is the first doll out of the box, and since I haven't opened one of these dolls in quite a while, I wasn't sure how to get her out of it, but cutting open the top, releasing the tape at the sides, she should slide right out. See it, get a good look at her little sister on the side of the box, the little tot. I don't know if you like the tots. I am a little bit ambivalent about them. I have a love-hate relationship with them. I love them, and I think they're adorable because they're tiny and cute, and I love a lot of the themes that they've done. We'll just have the cutest outfits for the tots. On the other hand, their little beak-like mouths. I hate their little beak-like mouths. And so there's the love-hate. But for Freshest, here's her book. I wonder if this is the same as what she had in her book before. I don't know where the book of hers that I have is to show you and compare. But while I get her out of the box, I'd love to know if you knew that these dolls were released. Did you hear about it? Are you on Instagram, or Dollstagram, as the doll folks on Instagram like to call it? That's where I go, and where it seems like every day some new leak or announcement of a doll is coming out. I, of course, have an account over on Instagram where I share a lot of spoilers. So what happens is I can't wait to share my ideas and my projects for my YouTube channel. And since at least right now, there's hardly anybody following me or paying any attention to what I'm posting over there, I feel like that way I get the joy of sharing it, but without spoiling my videos or what's coming up on my channel. But if you like spoilers or you want to know what's coming ahead, you can do that. I did also add channel memberships where I just posted up immediately for channel members, and then on the regularly scheduled day, it becomes public. Here, let's take a look while I'm wrestling to get the packaging off of her head at the original Freshest doll and the things that she came with. And I'd like to know which one you think is cuter, or if you have a preference for one over the other. Did you get the first one? Are you going to get this one? I want all of the tea. Please let me know. I want to know it all. There she is. I love the braids. There's 2 sections of hair in the front that are crimped hair that are just still holding pretty tightly together just from having been crimped. And then she has these super cute hoop earrings that have little rings that slide around on the hoops. These are 100% earrings I would wear. I would wear everything this doll is wearing. That's one of the things I love about these dolls is the fashion. When the main thing that got me into fashion dolls was the fashion of it all, that and the cute factor. I love things that are cute and adorable and small. Of course, I think small kind of just rolls right into cute and adorable. And these little tween dolls. Originally, I did not want to love these dolls. I was collecting enough doll lines. I didn't want to get attracted to them and to love them. I decided that their super round heads and their round, cartoony, flat eyes, that I did not like that originally. Just having seen them on TV or in other people's collections, I was assured myself, no, Amy, you will not be adding these dolls, no OMG dolls to your collection. I had some of the tots, but I wasn't getting anything else, I was sure. And then I bought a lot of dolls because there was something in there that I wanted, and I got the whole lot, for the price I wanted for just the one thing. And in that lot included some OMG dolls, including a tween and a full-size doll. And once I held the tiny little doll in my hand, that just did it for me. When you see them in person, they're so precious. They're so adorable. They're super, super soft nylon hair, similar to what Rainbow High has. And then the thing that impressed me the most was the attention to detail and the quality of the fashions and the accessories. Super cute, super adorable. And for the most part, I would wear this. If I thought it looked good on me, I might need a little bit longer skirt. I don't think that skirt length is good on me. I don't, yeah. But anyhow, I love that outfit. I would totally wear it. And that's something that attracts me to a doll. If I like her outfit and it's something I would wear, or if I think it's even cooler or edgier than something I would wear, I'm like, wow, I wish I could pull that off, then I might like that. And that brings me to another part of our doll chat. We've moved on to Fancy Gurl. We're going to get her out. When these dolls were announced on Instagram, and I did see some love it or hate it, peachy reviews, things like that. People talk about that on YouTube too, about the doll releases, the announcements. No one liked this doll. Anybody that I saw talking about it did not like this doll. I think she's adorable. And I didn't get the original Fancy Gurl tween. And so here was my opportunity to pick up Fancy Gurl. I'll bring up at some point, when I'm wrestling to get it out of the box, I'll bring up on screen the original Fancy Gurl. Here's a look at her little book that she comes with. I love that they do that. It gives them so much personality. And then I think this doll might surprise a lot of people. I think she's adorable. I had no idea why people were saying, oh, this one, I just don't even know what to say. They would say about what they didn't like about it. I will say that this doll in particular, her little hands just kept popping off for no good reason at all. Just boop, just popped right off, these little hands. That could just be my doll and my singular experience. See, the other hand just popped right off. You might find a lot of these dolls on the second hand missing their little hands. If everybody's hands pop off as easily as mine, boy, those little buggers are going to be gone in an instant. For me, when I lose tiny little things like that, my cat will play with it and she will, round it up into an area where I spot it again and then take it back from her. Thank you, Kitty, for finding my toy. Okay, so let's bring up the original Fancy Gurl doll and see what you think about that. Do you have that one? This one? Are you going to get all the same questions? Do you? Have you? Will you? Won't you? Which one do you think is cuter for sure? I think the original one was super cute, and if I was able to get it at original retail, I probably would have picked it up. But if you recall at the beginning of this story, I had decided I didn't like these dolls and didn't want these dolls. I got on to the OMG doll train pretty late to the party on that one. Good news was I was able to pick up a ton of the dolls, one at a time. Once I decided I liked them, I just bought them on the second hand, complete, on the cheap. Then I didn't have tons of packaging to figure out how to recycle or deal with. I tried to tear all of the plastic off and then recycle at least the cardboard portion of the packaging. If you're a doll collector, especially a creator or somebody who buys a stupid quantity of dolls like I do, then you will totally understand what I'm talking about. It is a shameful and embarrassing amount of packaging. I can unbox like 5 dolls and try to smash down and recycle as best as I can, and it takes up so much waste. So when I can get them on the secondhand market, complete, not played with, don't stink like cigarettes, mold, or anything else. Okay, so this is so exciting. Here's one of the things I think is going to blow people away. Did anybody know that she had a little kitty cat purse? To me, the little kitty cat looks a little bit like a Cheshire cat, just the way the trim and everything is. I'm like, oh my gosh, she has a little kitty cat purse. Oh, her little earrings are so cute too. And the doll stands. I know I talked about the doll stands at the beginning, but I am thrilled about the doll stands. So she comes with this little belt that just is supposed to just gravity hang on there. And then cute little earrings. That purse is so cute. She has little socks, little jelly sandals. Of course, our wrist articulation is back. Shoulders, elbows, wrist. They have a click and bend knee. Her little plaid outfit is so cute. We'll get a better look at that outfit. There is something you will not expect underneath her about this outfit, or at least I don't think you'll expect, because I think people really thought the quality had gone down, and I think they're going to be pleasantly surprised. So I was on a ramble about something when I got all excited about her and her cute little purse, wasn't I? Hold on. Let me go back and listen to where I was so I can pick up where I left off. All right. Yeah, so I was talking about picking up dolls on the secondhand market. One of the things I don't like about getting dolls on the secondhand market is people will just not mention at all that their stuff reeks of mold or cigarettes. At one point recently, I got, in all my years of collecting, the stinkiest dolls I have ever gotten in my entire life. It was clear that the lady got used Barbies. She restyled their hair. She put on accessories and outfits and everything. They were so cute, the way she styled them, the hair and everything. And they stunk so bad. I could smell the cigarette smoke. I suspect menthols. That's how strong it was. I could smell it as soon as I picked up the box. Yeah, you squeezed the box a little, and it just like whoosh, this just horrifying stench of cigarette smoke. Like, the only way they could have smelled that bad would be if she had like a cigarette dangling from her mouth while she was cleaning and dressing the dolls, because each one of the dolls was wrapped up tightly and like mummy wrapped in plastic. It had been washed and cleaned and styled and mummy wrapped in plastic and then packaged up and sent to me. I'm thinking she thinks that maybe mummy wrapping them in plastic would somehow protect them from her hot boxing in a tiny room. The only way, because I've known people who smoked and had things that smelt this bad, and as somebody who's in a really small confined space, who's a heavy, heavy smoker over a long period of time, like it was just crazy. On screen, we're getting Cherry BB out of the box. And hopefully while I was rambling on, I brought a picture of the original Cherry BB up. And I'd like to know which one you think is the best. Do you like the original? Do you have her? Are you going to get this one? Whether or not you have the first one affect whether you're not going to get this one? I couldn't resist this one. Her little cherry dress, her hair, twin ponies. If you're a fan of my channel, you may know that I love twin ponies. I'm a sucker for a doll with twin ponies or a doll with glasses. I think because I wear glasses, or at least I'm supposed to. I don't wear them all the time. I think they make my eyes lazy. If you're an eyeglasses wearer, I would like to know if you feel like this. When I wear my glasses all the time, I can't see. When I wake up in the morning, I can't read the clock. I can't read the TV. I can't see a gosh darn thing. But if I only wear my glasses for like video editing and working on the computer, reading, wear magnifiers when I'm crafting, things like that, but the rest of the time never wear my glasses, then I can see and read the TV and the clock and everything perfectly fine. I will tell you, my optometrist argued, no, you just get used to seeing things blurry. No. Things were so blurry I couldn't read them. And that when I rarely wear my glasses, then I find that I can read these things fine. I mean, sure, if it's small, I might have to squint at it. Anyhow, so our little cherry BB is almost out of the box, and I don't know if you're as smitten with her as I am. Look at these adorable little cherry earrings. There's like a little ice block or something behind the cherry. They're adorable. Little heart sunglasses, her poofy little dress, her little outfit, the little bow on the top. I love the pink with the teal, the cherry pattern. I can't think of anything I would change about this. Okay, well, as soon as I say that, I immediately think of something. Well, you could this, right? Look at her little purse. The purses that came on these are the cutest thing. I love socks. I love little ankle socks with a little ruffle thing. So while she definitely doesn't need it with her high heels, I think any doll that has little socks is cuter, than a doll that didn't have socks. So I guess if I was going to change one thing, I would have given her cute little socks under her thing. She's got a little teal bracelet to wear as well for her other accessory. And then her beloved doll stand. I'd also like to know if you're as excited that they include doll stands as I am. I would love to know. The Rainbow High News. That their new Shimmer and Shine dolls aren't going to come with doll stands. I was kind of surprised that the first release did, because I could smell the way the change in the wind. I could smell the change of the times coming. Feel it in the wind, if you will. The doll stands are going to become a thing of the past. Here's what I would like to say. Nobody at MGA is watching my videos, but if somehow somebody has, an ear or a word in or knows how or has a way, what I would suggest, they obviously don't want to include them in the cost of the doll. They're trying to keep from jacking up the price of the dolls too high, prohibitively, right? So they just keep lowering the quality, taking stuff out so they can try to keep the price close to the same to what we were happy with. I get that, and I kind of admire that, except I would like if they offered the doll stands separately. If they're not going to include them with the dolls, I love them with the dolls. Don't get me wrong. I am so glad. I am thrilled. I am delighted. And it's what pushed me over the edge. When I thought the doll stands weren't in here because of the way it was hidden in the packaging, and there was a perfect place for them someplace else. I didn't see them there. It was like, oh no, no doll stands. That's the thing that sold me on getting these, was that they still had doll stands. You can see there's some gel in her hair. All of the dolls had some gel in their hair and could use maybe a small washing. Let's take a little look at her outfit. Look at that, the little mesh underskirt and everything. And it's just gathered and the details finished so nicely. The fabric is great. I just love this little girl. She's so cute. Her little eye makeup, her little rosy lips, her painted fingers and toenails. The earrings, she is not missing a thing. I think whether you got the first one or not, I don't know how you could pass up this little cutie. She's just adorable. Which I felt that way about all three of these. I don't think I could have passed up Fancy Girl even if I had the original one. But still, I'd like to know, did you get the original Cherry Girl? Are you going to get this one? You going to wait for a sale? That's the smart thing to do. Before I forget, here's the original Olivia Flutter on the left and then the new one on the right. I have the original, and so I did not get the new one because I could actually resist that one. It just wasn't nearly as cute as the original, or as cute as I felt like these dolls here. So now that we've gotten them all out of their box, let's take a better look at their details. Another look at that cute little kitty cat purse. And then we can get a good look at her eye makeup, her pretty little eyeshadow, her eyelashes. She's got some gorgeous earrings. Her hair has gel in, but this time it worked to keep it in place. And here's the thing that surprised me. I don't know if it surprises you. This little white undershirt is its own separate shirt. Did that just make you as excited as it made me? Those tiny little velvet purple ribbon bow on there, that little puffy sleeve blouse. Oh my gosh. And I love plaid. I love a plaid print, a pleated skirt there. What is not to love about this? I just don't understand. When the people, they couldn't explain what they didn't like. They thought they didn't need to. They're like, just look at her. Obviously, you know, she's hideous, they thought. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, she's adorable. She's got those little heart-shaped earrings that just popped out of her ear. Her little pink platform shoes, and she's got little socks, which I told you I think makes them extra cute. That hairstyle is just fantastic though. Super fabulous. Come on. And then they come with nice little accessories. Okay, so let's bring over another little girly and get a good look at her. So we'll do this one at a time, desktop, you know, looking down at the desk. Then we'll get a good look at them front facing. And then finally at the end, hopefully something you've all been waiting for, which is the little stop motion fashion show runway at the end. And then here's Freshest. I think this outfit is cuter. I liked that she had pants, though. I really appreciated the pants because I have a lot of dolls in cutesy little dresses and everything. So I like them both. I like having the pants, and then I also like having her in this cute little skirt outfit. See, that opens up. She's got little painted on undies. And then that top is a separate piece. It has like a little metal ring, a little zipper pull. The zipper itself feels metallic. The details on her dress and shoes, super cute. They reused the backpack, but I think it suits her outfit. They recolored it. I think it suits her well. It doesn't bother me that they reused her little bag. I think we already took a good look at her, didn't we? Oh, did we look at her shoes and socks, though? Let's take a good look at her shoes. They have little painted on gold chain detail that match the little chain belt. That was sweet. All right, here's my favorite view of them sitting on my desk. I don't know if the other dolls on my desk are distracting. I feel like it just keeps it real. Like you're totally just visiting with me, you're hanging out with me. Whatever dolls are on my desk that day that I'm filming, or just whatever it is, you know, like it's like you're just really hanging out with me. So here they are. You can see her pink eyeshadow and her pretty blue eyes. She's got a pale, sparkly pink lips and her pretty painted nails. Super cute. And that little purse. The fact that the blouse was separate, the purse, her makeup, the hair, she's on point. I have no idea why people were hating on this doll. If you have nice way to bring it up in the comments. I'm curious. I'm curious to know why people hate. Maybe they just don't like pink and purple together. If you didn't, well, that would kill this doll for you. Maybe you don't like plaid. There again, that would kill it for you if you don't like plaid. Maybe you didn't like the big hair. I don't know. Look at them all. Aren't they adorable? So here's Freshest. Just love her. Those braids, the color blend. Her lip color, her cute little cheeky smile. It's got painted edges. Tiny little backpack. Her earrings were really fun. Oh, the little buckle on her collar, that was metal. And you can see she's got silver eyeshadow, rosy little cheeks. So cute. Thank you to everybody who's taken time to comment recently. I love that. Some of the videos don't always get the most views. Maybe it only gets 100, 150 views. But if I get like 10 or 15 people interacting with me in the comments, it's a successful video in my world. Like the YouTube might not think it was a success, but Amy does. I sure appreciate that. And look at this one. This one's my favorite. I don't know how to rank them though, because I feel like Freshest and Fancy Gurl are kind of tied for me. I'm like, oh, Fancy Gurl's this, but Freshest that. Fancy Gurl this, Freshest that. Back and forth, neck and neck. I don't know. Yeah, but I'd love to know which ones you think. 1, 2, 3. I'd like to know first, second, third place, which one you think looks the best. And then, see, there's her little yellow eyeshadow that really pops. And then she's got tiny little freckles, kind of like that strawberry themed doll did. So cute. I am so thrilled to see wrist articulation and doll stands making a comeback, and I hope that it's a trend that sticks. Let me know in the comments which doll was your favorite and how you'd rank them on the runway. And hey, if you love doll glow-ups, fashion shows, and fun unboxings like this one, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me for the next doll adventure. But don't go just yet. It's time for our desk runway showdown. Strutting in Style, Freshest, Fancy Girl, and Cherry BB. Let's see who serves the fiercest look. Thanks again and have a great day.